what Bollywood thinks of South. I'm checking out a video by the News Minute where they are breaking down the South Indians by Bollywood. I think what started this was Param Sundari and how it represented Kerala and Malayalis. And I saw the film made video. You can check it out on the main channel. But let's hear from her what she has to say. If you haven't seen the original video, I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out there. This is a reaction on a substitute. So let's understand this phenomena.
Rama, welcome to Let Me Explain. Welcome. Come.
Hey, cut.
What happened?
Pooja, what thing is this?
Well, I thought I was auditioning for a South Indian's role in every Bollywood movie. Because for Bollywood,
That's a nice
this
transition.
is a checklist for South Indians.
Okay.
Loud voice, funny accent, lungi, jasmine, and curd. But most important, all of them, coconut. Which is tinga. Congratulations,
Tinga.
you're a stereotype. Bollywood has a long tradition of doing the South dirty, turning entire distinct cultures into caricatures, punchlines, and accents. And the latest addition to this parallel South Indian universe is Janhvi Kapoor in Param
South
Sundari,
universe.
a half Malayali girl who introduces herself as Teka Petta Sundari Damodaran Pillai. In Malayalam, Teka Petta literally translates to ironed out, and colloquially, it means tragically dumped. So basically,
Okay.
Sundari's name translates to dumped beauty.
I wonder if that was like a mistake or they really like were going meta and trying to. No, they are not that smart.
Million rupee production house, and nobody even bothered to Google it. Unless, of course, the makers named her Tekke Patil, a popular family name, and she tragically mispronounced it. Now, this
Okay.
isn't representation. It's an ignorant parody, and it isn't new at all, especially for Bollywood. Let me explain.
Very newsy kind of music, right?
Representation isn't about just being visible. It's about being seen truthfully. When South
Okay.
Indian lives are reduced to coconut trees and comic relief, it tells us our realities don't matter. Here at the News Minute, we refuse to accept that. We dig deep, we ask harder questions, and we call out lazy storytelling even when it's unpopular. Now, it doesn't matter which part of the country you're from. You could be a South Indian, you could be from the west part of India, or a Northeast Indian. If you believe journalism should respect every culture in its fullness, then join us. Subscribe to the News Minute and News Laundry today, and you can support our journalism.
Do that if you're interested.
In the trailer of Param Sundari, Janhvi Kapoor's character is seen yelling at North Indians. Ignorant, illiterate, arrogant, entitled. You bloody tenga. Bloody tenga! Bloody tenga!
Okay.
It's meant to be a mic drop, even a meta moment.
If you haven't seen the film, just after this sequence, she goes, climbs up a coconut tree and starts chopping them in the same outfit. So yeah.
Especially that line neatly distributing Mohanlal to Kerala, Rajnikant to Tamil Nadu, Allu Arjun to Andhra, and Yash to Karnataka. Basically, the trailer is trying to say, see, we know our South stars. We're in on the joke too. Except here's the problem. The film's attempt at self-awareness tragically collapses under poor pronunciation, stereotypes scattered like confetti, and the same tired tropes Bollywood has been recycling for decades now. The character speaks in broken Hindi, exaggerated accented English, and a Malayalam so tortured, it should file a police complaint.
Wow.
All this with backwaters, boat races, and Mohiniyattam squeezed in like items from a Kerala tourism ad. And before you ask, no, we can't even show you the trailer because the film's producers
Yep.
have been busy filing copyright strikes on creators who dare to poke fun at it.
That's true. Thankfully, I'm safe till now. Am I poking the bear? But maybe I'm not that famous or relevant, I guess.
That's Bollywood's favorite response to criticism. Not listening, but silencing. For decades,
true.
mainstream Hindi cinema has portrayed South Indians as caricatures. Not Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, or Malayali, just one homogeneous species called Madrasi. It started early, most notably with Mahmood's master Pillai in 1968 Hindi film Padosan. A South Indian Carnatic music teacher whose accent was so mangled, it sounded like he was chewing his own tongue. People laughed, but nobody asked why it was funny. Then there was Mithun Chakrabarti in the 1990 film Agnipath, who sang this.
I am Krishnan, I am Nariyal Pani Wala.
Cue the coconut, always the coconut. This joke never really got too old for Bollywood. Because fast forward to 2013 when Shah Rukh Khan was dancing in a lungi in Chennai Express. Deepika Padukone speaking in an accent so forced it could actually crack open a tender coconut.
I in Chennai expresses defense. I don't know if defense is the right term, but in that is kind of trying to be a comedy film, and it's not it's not like a joke at it's joking everything. The main character itself is a piece of joke. It's cracking jokes on itself. So it's cracking joke on everyone. It is that kind of film. It's a comedy film which is trying to make fun of everything around it. So in that sense you can maybe let it slide away, because it's in a sense, how to put it, like the structure is there in that sense that it's point of it to make fun. But Param Sundari is not that. That's the difference, that Param Sundari is trying to actually want to represent really well, and but ironically they are not doing it, and they are just actually creating more stereotypes in that manner.
कहाँ से खरीदी ऐसी बकवास डिक्शनरी? बकवास डिक्शनरी?
Or take Ravan from 2011.
Oh, that dahi and noodle, oh my god, curd and noodle sequence still haunts me.
SRK
Please don't
played a
show,
Tamilian who ate curd with noodles, a dish that only exists in Bollywood's imagination. And how can
That the moment I saw, I was like disgusted.
we forget Netflix 2021 achievement Meenakshi Sundareshwar? That's a movie about two North Indian actors parachuted into Madurai. And the result?
Why?
More filter coffee jokes, cassava saris mixed up with Tamil veshtis, and the cultural depth of a WhatsApp forward. And now, Param Sundari,
She's really good with her writing is solid.
written by the same person who wrote Meenakshi Sundareshwar. Clearly,
Makes no
old
sense.
habits
Yep,
die hard.
makes a lot of sense.
The problem is, this is more than just bad comedy. It's a cultural hierarchy with Hindi at the center and everyone else as seasoning. South Indians are forever the outsiders, and it's not just about the South. Bengalis as fish-eating, Tagore-quoting philosophers, Muslims as constant patriotism test subjects, and people from the Northeast, well, where do I even begin? It's like the Bollywood industry has just one Excel sheet full of cliches and just copies them forward. And often, when they're not stereotyping, they're erasing. Skyforce, the 2025 Akshay
Yep.
Kumar film, has turned Kodava war hero squadron leader Devaya into a Tamilian. Because who cares, right? Kodavas, Tamils, Malayalis, it's all just one blob out.
Even a movie like Padman, right? They changed the whole origin. He was from actually Tamil Nadu, if I'm not wrong.
Outside the Hindi heartland. And who can forget the great national award winning film, The Kerala Story?
Oh, oh my god.
The film gave us
Great editing work.
Shalini Unnikrishnan from Thiruvananthapuram.
I'm Shalini Unnikrishnan, Thiruvananthapuram. Thiruvananthapuram.
A character so Malayali that she put jasmine in her hair every single day and night and eats all her meals on banana leaves. And for
Hey, I used to actually, in since my childhood, we used to have this special Sunday in, occasional like months. One Sunday like lunch we'll get banana leaves and have lunch on it. Not the food would be different, like kadiri, chawal, like very North Indian, but still on the banana leaf, like quite early in my childhood. It's been a habit.
some reason, she chooses to speak heavily accented Hindi even with her Malayali family inside her own house, as well as with a
That
Malayali.
is stupid, right? In Param Sundari also, like initially there were moments when people who talk in Malayalam are talking in Malayalam when they're within, with talking each other, right? But when they're talking to the outside guy. Then okay, they'll broken Hindi or whatever. But there were then suddenly moments between them also. They started talking in broken Hindi. Like why? Suddenly they're like, oh, people will not understand, so let's cut it.
Malayali friends. Because clearly, Malayalis are dying to discuss breakfast, dowry, and life problems in clunky textbook Hindi. And add to that the blatant propaganda and
This I knew
falsehood
about.
about Kerala, and you have a film that doesn't just stereotype, it manufactures an entire caricature on Kerala that Malayalis themselves don't recognize.
I'm Shalini Unnikrishnan, Thiruvananthapuram.
Wait a minute. Who are
The meme
you?
game is solid. Huh?
To be fair, southern filmmakers aren't saints either, at least not in this regard. Malayalam films like Mallu Singh and Punjabi House have reduced Punjabis to Bhangra jokes. Pandipada used
I got a lot of comments saying they were very well represented. Now I've not seen both the films, so cannot comment. You let me know.
a derogatory term for Tamils right in its title. But the difference is South cinema has also shown how to do it right. Take Sai Pallavi in Premam, for example. She's playing a Tamil girl, and it worked in how? Because she actually does speak Tamil. Or Vamika Gabbi in
This I
Godha,
know
a
about.
Punjabi wrestler
I've seen
played
this
by
film.
a Punjabi
Reviewed
actor.
also.
Real and believable. Or take, for instance, His Highness
I was shared this a lot of times on
Abdullah,
Instagram.
where a Malayalam film beautifully incorporated Urdu music without turning it into a parody. Of course, there are times when Bollywood has managed to get it right. But more often than not, this is because of filmmakers and performers from the South. Mani Ratnam's Dil Se avoided lazy cliches in its portrayal of a Malayali woman thanks to Preeti Zinta's grounded performance and Santosh Sivan's unforgettable visualization of Jia Jale. What makes the song especially stand out is its authenticity. The Malayalam portions were written by celebrated lyricist Girish Puttincherry and sung by veteran playback singer M.G. Srikumar, which is why words flow naturally and remain a soothing delight to the ear. This is in sharp contrast to songs like Lal Color
Oh,
Ki Sari,
this was so stupid.
where the Malayalam lyrics feels like they've been lifted straight from Google Translate, jarring to both native speakers and anyone even familiar with the language. Let's not forget that Hindi cinema has also made films like Aligarh, which treated Rajkumar Rao's Deepu Sebastian with a lot of care, letting him slip into his mother tongue without turning it into a punchline. Films like Raja Krishnamenon's Chef, Tanuja Chandra's Kareeb Kareeb single, and Anurag Basu's Ludo showed South Indian characters played by South Indian actors like Padma Priya Parvati and Pearly Mani, whose identities were fleshed out beyond the tropes. More recently, Payal Kapadia's All We Imagine Is Light
Yeah.
and Raj and
It's almost like a Malayalam film only.
TK's Family Man have been praised for rooting their characters in cultural specificity, casting the actors from South and letting them speak, behave, and live like real people. These are reminders that authenticity comes through when creators trust their characters' context and when the South isn't seen purely through a Bollywood lens. So it can be done. Authenticity is possible. Respect is possible. Only if Bollywood tries. Instead, commercial Bollywood wants to keep laughing at its own running gag from 1968. Same lungi, same jasmine, same coconut. But India has changed. Audiences have changed. And if Bollywood wants to stay relevant, it has to change too. Until then, every time someone says representation, Bollywood will hear comedy sketch. And that is the real tragedy.
లోకత్తిలే ఎల్లా మలా లిగలకుమ్మ హృదయం నిరంజా ఏండే ఓణ సంసకళ.
What was that at the end? I have to say, very beautifully put video. The way they roasted without roasting, like it felt like it was the most soft-spoken roast. They were so light-hearted in the nature, but they cut through so well. So kudos to the whole team behind this. And if you haven't seen, go check out the original. Hit that like button there. Leave comments there. Give them the deserved appreciation. Now talking about this, right? Like it's a bit, of course, one-sided the way it's really done badly is Param Sundari, right? But you have to understand what is a stereotype, right? Like I heard in a stand-up comedy, right? Sharon from Bihar, I think that's the name. There's a beautiful line she delivers where she says, "How can I kill the stereotypes when I am the case study?" So that tells you how stereotypes are formed, right? Like in a movie, you want to show someone from Kerala or someone from Chennai. Now the image built in your head, right? Like if I just randomly pick someone, from four different states and put them in front of you, you're not able to tell who is from where, because all of us now are coming together so much that you cannot even tell. Like someone in Punjab has the same listening to the same music, wearing the same kind of clothes from someone in Chennai. You cannot really, especially in the cities, right? You cannot really distinguish, right? Everyone is so similar and connected and on the same level at least. But when you want to portray it, right, you need to have some generalization, right? If a Sardar character, the stereotype, like I'm guessing there was a case study that you saw him, a Sardar character, very happy, always dancing, strong, and now that became a image of a Sardar character. And now when you're telling a story and there's a Sardar character, that's how you show him, because that's how you have known it, that's how you have seen it, and that's how it is recognized. So in a way you understand the stereotype. Like if I want to show someone from Kerala or Tamil Nadu, you would go through the stereotypes of the clothes or the thing on the head. Of course not everyone in Tamil Nadu or Kerala are like that, but because you have to generalize, because you're showing it to an audience who will recognize them through that attributes only. And the problem with that is, I'll tell you what happens is, for me, right, I'm not guy who's dancing, who's loud, I'm very introverted. So when I am somewhere and people who look at me and, oh, this is a Sardar guy I've seen in movies, he's always dancing, always loud, but I'm not that. I don't drink. And they're like, how, you're a Sardar, you are not drinking, how is it possible? And that creates a big conflict of what they think I should be and what I am. It's totally different, and that actually makes people go away. Oh, it's not matching what I understand. My perception of him is not matching, so I'll stay away. And then you get kind of lonely. So because you want to be a part of the group, you want to be in the circle, you don't want to be left out, you start to play to that stereotype so you feel included. And that's something I've noticed and I've gone through and I've understood, that you have to play the stereotype to feel normal. Otherwise you are the odd one out, because you are not the way how the world perceives you to be. There are a lot of deeper things you can actually go into in the name of stereotypes and representation. But I think the core problem here is of how abundantly false you are with what you're doing. Literally zero research, how we have seen recently. It will take centuries to actually go that deep and explore it. But again, a great video. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. We're going to check out this video next, and I will see you next time.